recently we have seen a lot of the really the current hammers of today, like Andy Morgan and Luke Clausen and some of those anglers that have been not forced really, but the situation surrounding the technology has pushed them out of the top tier level of tournaments, because to be honest with you guys, they can't compete against it. It's like, you look at Andy Morgan, who I did the video on a couple days ago. Andy Morgan, he is, without a doubt, in my opinion, definitely one of the top 5 to no lower than the top 10, top 5 to top 10 best bass anglers in the history of the sport, and still is. But he cannot compete against a 20-year-old live scoper that does nothing but live scope. And that is what fishing has turned into. Even the fact that they're putting limitations on it, like now, you can only use it for 3 hours a day. That's all it takes. Because if you look at some of these tournaments where, you got this stable of just live scope fanatics, that is their game. They don't have a game beyond that. Yeah, I'm not saying they can't flip a jig under a dock, but their success has been 99.9% attributed towards facing sonar. And a guy like Andy Morgan that knows, he's forgot more about bass fishing than these guys will ever even know, he simply can't compete against it. And therefore they're either being forced out of the sport, they're retiring, they're being pushed to the side. Technology is pushing these anglers to the side. And this is what I want to talk about in today's video, is the natural progression of anglers retiring or losing a specific genre of anglers out there, demographic. Sorry for the coughing, guys. Got all that congestion this morning. But the natural progression is when somebody loses their physical edge, that they have to retire. And that's not the case what we're seeing right now. We're seeing somebody, and I keep referring back to Andy Morgan because he's a perfect example, a true artist in the sport. And the art form that Andy Morgan and others like Andy Morgan developed is the epitome of what professional fishing is, because it's something that they hone this craft over decades and decades and decades. They have to hone it. And that craft that they have developed and are still strong at is ineffective against modern technology. And the problem that you have with that is, aside from the fact that the technology itself is destructive, is that you take somebody like Andy Morgan or Luke Clausen, or even somebody like a Kevin Van Dam or Skeet Reese, that has had so much success